Life as a neurodivergent or autism parent may not be ordinary for everyone, but it's your NeurOrdinary. This is your space to find resilience, self-care, and maybe even a little bit of peace. Because when you care for yourself, you care for everything that matters most. Hey there, and welcome to another episode of NeurOrdinary. I'm Karen Casso, your self-care and resilience coach, a fellow Neurospicy autism parent, and a certified meditation instructor. I'm so excited to have you here today because we're diving into a topic that gets a bad rap: meditation. If you've ever thought, meditation, that's just not for me, you're not alone. Maybe you've tried it and felt like you failed because you couldn't clear your mind. Or maybe the idea of sitting still for more than a few minutes feels laughable when your life is full of meltdowns, therapy appointments, and endless to-do lists. I get it. I've been there. But here's the thing. Meditation doesn't have to be perfect, and it definitely doesn't have to look like those serene photos of people sitting cross-legged on a mountaintop. Meditation can be messy, flexible, and tailored to fit into the chaos of your life, and it can still make a huge difference. In today's episode, we're going to debunk some of the most common myths about meditation and explore how it can actually help you. By the end of this episode, you'll have practical tips for incorporating mindfulness and breathing exercises into your day, even if you're busy, neurodivergent, or just plain skeptical. And just to put it out there, I'm not just talking about this as someone who's read a few books. I'm a certified meditation instructor who also happens to parent two incredibly neurospicy kids. Meditation has been a game changer for me, not because I'm perfect at it, but because I've learned how to make it work for me. So grab your favorite beverage, get comfy, and let's demystify meditation together. So, myth number one, and this is one I hear a lot. People tell me I don't have time to meditate. So let's start with this one. Raise your hand if you've thought this one before. I know I have. When your day is jam-packed with caregiving, work, and everything else, the idea of carving out 20 uninterrupted minutes for meditation feels impossible. But here's the good news. Meditation doesn't have to take a lot of time. Meditation can be as simple as taking 60 seconds to breathe intentionally. One of my go-to techniques is the reset breath. You inhale for 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, then exhale for 6 seconds. That's it. You can do it while waiting for coffee to brew, sitting in the car at pickup, or even hiding in the bathroom for a quick moment of peace. And here's why it works. When you take even a minute to focus on your breath, you're signaling to your brain that it's safe to relax. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which helps you feel calmer and more grounded. And here's a neurodivergent friendly tip. If counting breaths feels stressful or overstimulating or like a demand, try focusing on a sensory cue instead. Maybe it's the feeling of your feet on the floor, the warmth of a mug of coffee or tea in your hands, or the sound of a calming chime. Mindfulness doesn't have to involve numbers or rigid techniques, and if you're the OCD type of neurospicy like I am, it might be better that it doesn't. It's about what works for you. So start small. Even one mindful breath can make a difference. You don't need a perfect routine. You just need to get started. Myth number 2, I hear this one a lot as well. Meditation is too hard. And I get it. Sitting still and quote unquote clearing your mind sounds intimidating. But the truth is, meditation isn't about forcing your mind to be blank. It's about noticing your thoughts as they happen and gently bringing your focus back again and again. For neurodivergent people like me, traditional meditation instruction can often feel overwhelming. Sitting still for long periods or focusing solely on your breath might not feel accessible, and that's okay. Meditation is flexible. So here are a few ideas that might help you. Active meditation. If sitting still feels impossible, don't sweat it. Active meditation is a fantastic alternative that lets you engage your body and mind simultaneously. One way to do this is through walking meditation. As you walk, whether it's through your neighborhood, from your living room to your kitchen, or even just pacing in your backyard, focus on the sensation of your feet hitting the ground. Notice the rhythm of your steps, the way your body moves, and the feeling of air on your skin. Walking meditation can easily be woven into your daily life. For example, walking the dog. Instead of letting your mind race with to-do lists, shift your focus to the present moment. Feel the leash in your hand, listen to the rustling of leaves, or notice the sound of your dog's paws on the pavement. The beauty of active meditation is its versatility. You don't need a specific setup or extra time. It's about turning what you're already doing into a mindful practice. Even 5 minutes of a walking meditation can help you feel more grounded and connected to the present. Another idea are sound based meditations. If you're someone who feels soothed by sound based meditations might be your go to. This method involves listening to calming sounds like rain, ocean waves, bird songs, even white or pink or brown noise. The idea is to let the sound wash over you, bringing your attention to what you're experiencing in the present moment. You can find plenty of free soundscape apps online, or you can find them on YouTube. Makes it really easy to fit this practice into your day. Try playing these sounds while you're folding laundry, sitting in the car, winding down before bed. Personally, I love listening to gentle rain sounds while I'm tidying up. It's like a mini escape right in my own home. And if nature sounds aren't your thing, or you have a kiddo who really doesn't like when you listen to music or have your own sounds going on, consider using binaural beats with headphones. These options can help you relax while keeping your mind engaged. The key is to find a sound and a method of listening to it that feels soothing and allows your mind to rest without overstimulation. And here's some fidget friendly practices. For those of us who feel the need to move or to keep our hands busy, fidget friendly meditation can be a game changer. Grab a stress ball, a fidget spinner, or even a piece of fabric with a comforting texture. As you use your fidget, focus on the physical sensations, the way it feels in your hand, the motion of squeezing or spinning, the texture beneath your fingers. This type of meditation is particularly helpful for neurodivergent folks who may find traditional mindfulness practices difficult. It gives your hands something to do while allowing your mind to settle. One of my favorite tools is a smooth stone that I keep in my pocket or my purse if I'm not wearing pockets. Whenever I feel overwhelmed, I take a moment to hold it, notice its weight and the temperature, and I let those sensations bring me back to what I'm experiencing in the present moment. Remember that meditation isn't about being good at it, it's about showing up for yourself in a way that feels right. Whether you're walking, listening to calming sounds, or using a fidget, each practice is valid and valuable. There's no wrong way to meditate. The most important thing is to let go of the pressure to do it perfectly. You're not aiming to achieve some mystical state of calm. You're simply creating a moment of presence in your day. Even if your mind wanders 100 times, bringing it back 101 times is what makes the practice meaningful. So, experiment with these approaches and find what resonates with you. Because meditation doesn't have to look a certain way, it just has to work for you. So, start where you are and remember every small step you take is a step toward greater peace and resilience. Myth number 3 is that I can't clear my mind. And this myth stops so many people from ever even trying meditation. So let me say this loud and clear. You are not supposed to clear your mind. Meditation is about awareness, not emptiness. Your thoughts will come and go. That's just how brains work. The magic happens when you notice your thoughts without judgment and gently bring your focus back. It's like training a puppy. You don't scold it for wandering off, you simply guide it back with patience. Here's how I approach this. When my mind starts racing, and it always does, I use an anchor to bring myself back. Sometimes it's my breath, other times it's a mantra like, I am here, or this moment is enough. And on my busiest days, my anchor is simply noticing one thing in my environment, like the way the sunlight hits the floor or the sound of my kids laughing in the other room. And here's a neurodivergent friendly tip. If intrusive or repetitive thoughts make traditional meditation difficult, try guided meditations. These provide structure and direction for your brain, making it easier for you to stay focused. And guess what? I have downloadable meditations made just for autism parents over on my Substack, so be sure to check them out. I'll link in the show notes below. Meditation is not about silencing your thoughts, it's about giving yourself a moment to pause and reset. So let's recap the 3 myths we debunked today. Number 1, I don't have time to meditate. It's probably the most common myth, and honestly, I get it. Modern life is busy, chaotic. And we don't always have control over our schedules. But meditation doesn't require hours of uninterrupted time or a dedicated space. Start small. Literally, 1 minute of mindfulness is better than none. For example, while you're waiting for your coffee to brew, take a moment to practice the reset breath. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and exhale for 6 seconds. Or if you're waiting in the car at school pickup, spend that time focusing on the feel of the steering wheel in your hands, the sounds around you. Those small moments add up. You don't need to carve out an hour in your day to feel the benefits of mindfulness. It's about finding those tiny windows of time and making them count. And over time, these little practices can become like second nature, a built-in reset button for your mind. Myth number 2 is that meditation is too hard. And we flip this myth on its head. Meditation isn't hard, it's flexible. The idea that you need to sit cross-legged on a cushion for an hour in complete silence, that's not going to happen in our lives. And it's just one version of meditation. It's not the only one. Neurodivergent friendly approaches make mindfulness accessible to everyone. Don't like sitting still? Try a walking meditation. Focus on the rhythm of your steps or the sound of your shoes on the ground. Prefer sensory input? Use a calming sound app or engage your hands with a fidget of some sort. Meditation can look like whatever it needs to in order to work for you. What matters is that you're taking a moment to pause and tune into the present. It's not about doing it right, it's about doing what feels right for you. And there's no one-size-fits-all approach, and that is the beauty of it. And myth number 3, I can't clear my mind. Neither can I. Here's a little secret. Meditation is not about clearing your mind. It's about awareness, not emptiness. Thoughts are going to come up. That's what our brains do. The goal isn't to stop your thoughts, but to notice them without judgment. Think of your mind like a river, and your thoughts are the water flowing through it. Meditation is about standing on the bank of the river and observing, not trying to dam it up. When a thought comes, acknowledge it. Gently bring your focus back to the present moment. You might find it helpful to anchor yourself to something tangible, like your breath, a sound, or even a physical sensation. For example, pay attention to the rise and fall of your chest as you breathe, or focus on the sound of rain in the background. These anchors help ground you and bring you back when your mind starts to wander. And it will wander, and that's okay. Meditation doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to look a certain way. It's about finding what works for you and giving yourself the grace to start where you are. The key takeaway I want you to walk away from this episode with: meditation isn't some unattainable skill reserved for monks or yogis. It's for you, exactly as you are, in the middle of your beautifully messy life. Whether it's 1 minute, one deep breath, or one small act of awareness, it all counts. So give yourself permission to let go of perfection and embrace mindfulness in a way that feels doable and meaningful for you. If today's episode resonated with you, I'd love for you to check out my Substack. Paid members get access to exclusive downloadable meditations created specifically for neurodivergent and autism parents, full of practical, approachable tools to help you recharge and reset. You'll find the link to join us in the show notes below. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Remember, you're not just surviving, you're building resilience, one mindful moment at a time. Until next week, keep it spicy and keep showing up for yourself. Thanks for tuning into the NeurOrdinary Podcast. New episodes drop every Thursday, so be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a review. It helps me reach more amazing neurodivergent and autism parents like you. Found this episode helpful? Share it with a friend who could use these insights. And as always, keep it spicy.